Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the Ordinary Boy Boxing channel. Now in today's video, as we come to the end of 2022, I want to talk about what boxing needs to see in 2023. Now to start with, the biggest story of 2022 has been no doubt Conor Benn and the steroid situation. Obviously we don't know for sure that he's guilty, but if you've watched my channel, there's quite a few videos on the situation and in my opinion it's pretty clear to see that he is. So going into 2023 we obviously need to see less or none of these PEDs being used in boxing. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Has it been rife for years? Of course it has. 2022 has been no different. The only difference has been a big name has been caught for it. But that's happened before with Jarrell Miller and Canelo, for example, and now it's happened with Conor Benn. But we really need to get rid of this in boxing for the credibility of the sport and for the safety of the fighters. I think what this situation has shown and put a spotlight on is two things. Is one, that PEDs are still rife in the sport, even at the top level. And secondly, promoters and trainers, even again at the top level, are at least aware this is going on and it needs to stop. Also, what I want to see happen in 2023 is the price of pay-per-view change. We are now edging closer and closer to that £30 mark in England, and I know you guys in America pay over the odds as it is. We had DAZN, which was supposed to be a non-pay-per-view platform, now bringing in pay-per-view mainly for YouTuber boxing, and also tried to do the Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. Fight on pay-per-view as well, but obviously that fell through. We had this year Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora for an eye-watering £25. We had Alexander Usyk rematch with Anthony Joshua for again around about that same price point. Now I'm not saying that pay-per-view needs to die. I think it has its place. I think pay-per-view should be there for the biggest of the big fights. The fights that just simply cannot happen unless we pay that pay-per-view money. I'm talking about Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, not Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora. So that's what I want to see change next year. Again, I don't think it will, but I can stay hopeful. Eventually though, if this carries on for years and years to come, we, the paying public, are going to stop paying for it. We're either not going to watch the fight or streaming is going to become more and more common. So it's up to boxing now to do something before that decision is taken out of their hands. The third thing I'd like to see happen in 2023, as I do every year, are the big fights actually happening. I'm talking again about Fury versus Joshua, or Spence versus Crawford, or Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. I could go on. And year after year after year, we think these fights could happen and then they don't. Look at the UFC. It has a lot of problems, but the big fights do always happen. It's so hard to happen in boxing. We're supposed to get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Instead, we get Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora and Anthony Joshua in his next fight, probably against someone in the top 20. It's not how things should be. You talk about some of the biggest fights of all time growing up. Think of, I don't know, Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson, which I covered recently, or Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis, or Ali Frazier, or I could go on and on. These are the fights that are remembered. We remember that generation for those great fights. What fights are we remembering for this generation, really, if you think about it? So that's another thing that needs to change. We need to start to get these big fights happening, and that's down to promoters. It's down to TV broadcasters. It's about people actually working together from different sides. Look how long Mayweather-Pacquiao took, and look how disappointing it was because it happened far too late. Let's not have that situation again. Boxing really needs to learn its lesson. It really, really does. So they're just a few of the things that I would like to see happen or change in 2023 in boxing. Do let me know in the comments below what you want to change. Are they the same as me, or is there anything that I've kind of missed off? What would you like to see different for boxing in 2023? Also, if you've liked this video, don't forget to like it and comment. Obviously, if you've got any suggestions for me. We're coming up to the end of the year now. I started this channel in October, and we're nearing 200 subscribers already, so that's just fantastic. A few of my videos have done really well, so I want to thank everyone who's watched and then subscribed because of it. And as I said, if you've not subscribed already, then please do join the channel. We've got some really exciting things coming up next year. Obviously, we'll be following boxing as all the crazy stories go on and the big fights hopefully get announced. So I'll be doing my predictions and my reviews as normal. I'm also going to be doing some live streams. I've already done one recently, but that's going to be a big part of next year. So the only way you're going to know when I'm live streaming, you can do a watch along with me, is to subscribe to the channel. And I'll also be doing some competitions as well. I'm going to get you guys to kind of give me your predictions for upcoming fights, and whoever gets it bang on will get a present from me. But anyway, hope you've all had a very Merry Christmas, and if I don't put another video out by the end of the year, I just want to wish you all a really happy new year, and I shall see you in the next video.